Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do a review slash rant of A&E's hit show 60 Days In. Tonight we will be doing season 8, episode 1. Welcome to Pitt County's Department of Corrections. Baby! Baby! Let's get into this, shall we? Oh, yes, we shall.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody, and this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, and it's been so many of you, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family, one of the best families on the YT. And to all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. So tonight we're going to be talking and doing a review on a new show to our platform, which is 60 Days In. And I'm going to have to probably start you all off from the beginning, okay? So that you can get an idea of what this show is about, since this is new, right? This is new to our platform. But hold on, let me do something real quick. I need to do something real quick. And I am tonight, maybe I am going to have to take a small pause because again, tonight I am babysitting the dogs. They're quiet right now, but once the Chad gets home, okay, they're going to be barking. So I'm going to have to let them go and see her. Okay. Okay. So, y'all, this show is a show that I have been watching kind of off and on for some time now. And I was looking for people who like really actually do reviews on this show, and I did not find many, and the ones that I did find, of course, were male. And I wanted to come to you all, of course, with new content. Okay, you know, we all look at love during lockup, life after lockup, and so on and so forth, but we know that that is plenty scripted, right? And sometimes you want to get away from the scripted shows. This is my attempt to watch something that is more real, okay, more true to life. Now, usually I bring the characters up on the screen. I'll be doing that with some of them, but I don't think I have all of them. And the most important person that I don't have up on the screen is Sheriff, okay, Sheriff Paula Dance. Now, Paula Dance is the first African American woman sheriff in Greenville, North Carolina, which is where this prison is housed. We are on the 8th season of 60 Days In. And if you all like it, we'll go back, right? I think I'm gonna go back anyway, but you know, I just wanna see your response. Because I don't want to do something that y'all not interested in. And I want to thank, you know, all of the members last night. We had such a great time kicking the bobo. So, you know, thank you all so much. So anyway, um, I wanted to read up on Paula. I wanted to bring her pictures up and all that kind of stuff. And I neglected to do that because, of course, I am also going to be reviewing The Bachelorette. I've not had an opportunity to upload all 19 of those men. Right. And so bear with me as I prepare to put all their pictures in. It's not easy. Okay. It's not easy doing what I'm doing. So I'm trying to bring the content to you that you all like and that you all um bring you some graphics and stuff like that up on the screen, because even for this, for Bachelorette, I've got to do 19 gentlemen, I think it is. I'm trying to debate on whether or not I'm going to go back to episode 1 or just start from episode 2. And then, of course, with this, all of the prisoners who are coming up in episodes 3 and 4, I want to be, sure that I can bring those individuals back up on the screen so that you all can see them, get a sense for who they are and all that. So please bear with me. But again, Paula Dance is the first African American sheriff in Greenville. When she took over um, the jail, of course, a lot of people left. And so she is now starting with a prison system that already appears to be just completely out of whack. It appears that the prisoners are running this jail, right? And so what happens is people volunteer from all walks of life to go into the prison system, into that particular prison for 60 days. Their number one goal is to give the sheriff or Lim, okay? And what is Lim's? Wait a minute, hold on. Let me get Lim's information, boo. I think Lim is the deputy. Hold on. What is Lim, boo? You wrote it down. I know I wrote the book down. I know I wrote it down. Lim is the deputy over the prison, I think. Let me find out. I put it somewhere else. Anyway, I'll make sure, y'all, that I get that straight. I could have sworn I wrote that down in my notes, and I don't see it anyway. But anyway, so Lim, and Paula are working together. My first observation and my first opinion about Paula is that she doesn't have compassion. Now, I haven't done a lot of research on her. I'm going to try to make sure that I do that, but I don't have a good impression of her. But when she took over as sheriff, of course, she took over this prison system. That's under her supervision. God dang it. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So I feel like she's cold, but I think that, let me just say this. I think that as a woman working in a predominantly male career, you gotta be. In some ways, you gotta be. You ain't gotta be real hard. But I do believe that we work, this is my opinion, we work double time what men do. This is a man's predominantly, y'all know what I mean. This isn't a profession that a woman usually goes into. So I'm sure moving up the ranks wasn't easy. That's just one thing. That's just being a woman. And she's a black woman. So she gotta, in my opinion, work triple time to prove her worth. Has she probably gotten a little cold and bitter through the damn thing? She probably has, y'all. Let's just keep it a buck. She comes off very cold, right? She comes off very cold. Doesn't have any compassion, and she's just, as a matter of fact, she's just business by any means necessary. I ain't gonna care nothing about your feelings or how you feel about things. There's some things that she has said along the way that bring me pause about her, right? But I understand that when she took over, a lot of people resigned from their jobs. I had shared an incident with the members that I won't share out here yesterday where I can absolutely relate to what she's going through. You know, a whole bunch of, you get this person in charge and then everybody's retiring because they don't want to work for a certain person. Come on, y'all. Some of that stuff is real. So I just believe that she's put on this very, very hard shell over the time of watching the BS over and over and over and over again. I like I said, I haven't done the research. I just know that, as a woman moving up in corporate America, it's not easy. It is not easy. So this is her. Let me just show you a picture of her real quick, and then we're going to move on. That is the sheriff. And you know what? Do your thing, boo. Do you, boo. Do you. But we're going to, give our opinion week after week. So, again, like I said, my first impression of her is that she doesn't, she doesn't do anything based on her emotions, which I think is a good thing. She's going to have to guard her emotions. I'm sure that she's been around all kinds of people and she got to guard, she got to guard her emotions. Because if she moves with emotions, she'd probably be hoodwinked and everything else. So again, as I said, these individuals go into the jail and they make a determination and they decide that they are going to go in here for whatever reason they believe. But the main reason that these wardens and everybody open up their jails is so that they can go in, act as if they are prisoners in there, right? Legit prisoners. And they can find out what's coming in, how are drugs coming into the system, how are the COs treating the system, what needs to change in the prison system. So if you haven't already watch this, y'all, please watch it so you can join into the comment section and read the hell up out of these people because the members are ready. Okay, the members and myself, we are ready, boo. We ready. We ready. All right, so we are at season 8, episode 1. The name of it is called Welcome to Pitt County. Y'all, let me bring up the cast. All right, so everybody on this cast list we have not seen today. Y'all, please be patient with me because I need to break down who these people are, okay? Again, I think that I have left some of these people off. I'm hoping that I didn't, but okay, let's go. So the first person that we are going to meet is Jake, okay? Jamil, okay? This is Jamil. Let me tell you a little bit about Jamil. Jamil's real name is Cliff. Jamil grew up in New Jersey and watched his friends and family members go in and out of the prison system, and shares horror stories of the condition. Cliff has never been incarcerated and credits his supportive family for keeping him out of trouble and encouraging him to excel in school. Jamil has had a couple of run-ins with law enforcement and often wonders how different his life would have been had he been incarcerated. So Jamil wants to understand the challenges his loved ones face behind bars. He is confident, y'all. He talking bitch that he would withstand 60 days in jail. And as a child, he was exposed to drugs, gang activity, and violence. And his incarcerated cousins have shared their experiences with Jamil on how to navigate life behind the bars. Jamil also has family members who worked in law enforcement and corrections, so he has an idea of how jails should and shouldn't be ran. But in October 21st, Jamil's best friend was the victim of a homicide. Heartbroken from the senseless loss of life, Jamil is going undercover to honor his best friend and encourage young guys to use their words instead of guns. Now, Jamil considers himself a mediator, boo, and wants to inspire his pod mates by sharing his positive messages of unity and hope. So today, Jamil is a proud dog daddy. He works in film and is a hip-hop and rap recording artist. Yo, Jamil, you talking about somebody feeling sorry for Jamil, boo? Jamil, he just come off as one of them talkers. I'm hoping y'all still hear me. He comes off as a talker and just a whole bunch of BS. And I'm trying to tell you now, you know how you can, judge people characters. From what I've seen so far, I've judged his character absolutely correctly. Boo, bee, boobity, boo, boo, boo. The next person that I want to bring to the screen, honey, is Brittney. Brittney is a meditating wonder, honey, and says she is absolutely fearless. Brittney has spent the last 13 years serving young people who struggle with behavioral and mental health disorders. She's a psychotherapist of nearly 7 years. And Brittney has worked in an educational setting and as a juvenile probation officer. Brittney is passionate about mental health treatment behind bars and stopping the school and prison pipeline. Raised in a single parent home, Brittney remembers the struggle that her mom endured to support their family. In college, she found her purpose while working with behavioral youth. The job required her to be mentally resilient, and Brittney has endured being spat in her face, punched, and even had her hair pulled out. But Brittney believes that the jails are necessary evil that have been become holding facilities rather than places of rehabilitation. Now, when you watch 60 Days In, bitch, you understand why. Because it's like, what in the whole hell is going on here? Y'all seriously. Brittney is a problem solver, and her mission is to access how Pitt County Jail is addressing mental health needs. She won't sugarcoat her findings to the sheriff. Officers need empathy and trauma training, and jail staff and incarcerated individuals should both have access to therapy. There's nothing that scares Brittney about going to jail, even though she never been in there, and she's a pretty girl, okay? Although she is not looking forward to leaving behind the luxuries of her house. Outside of work, Brittney enjoys spending time outdoors and meditation, and she be meditating, boo. Okay, she be meditating. The next person that I want to introduce y'all to is bitch ass Jacob. And y'all gonna find out why I'm calling him that. Jacob has a unique perspective of the criminal justice system because he's seen it from both sides. He's had family members work in correction centers, including his father. His father, wait a minute, what did I write it down about Jacob's father? Jacob's dad spent time in the prison system and got in trouble because he was misusing the motherfucking funds. He was misusing jail funds. And he ended up having to go to jail his damn self. And probably in the same damn jail he was working in. I don't know, because I ain't did the research on it. But Jacob he's a straight up, but when I met him and he was talking that stuff and asking his dad in the kitchen, Dad, what should I be doing? And, what would you suggest? I was like, here, bitch. Here, bitch. But anyway, Jacob was born to humble beginnings. Okay, wait a minute. Jacob had family members who worked in the correction center and law enforcement, as well as loved ones who have served time behind bars. Jake believed that he Billy Badass in law and order, but thinks jail should be a place for rehabilitation instead of punishment. So does that mean that your father didn't get rehabilitated? He just got punished? That if you put his ass behind another computer screen, bitch, that he gonna be taking money? Let me know. Let me know, Jacob. So Jacob was born in humble beginnings in Columbus, Ohio, to teenage parents. Many of his friends sold and used drugs, but Jake was never tempted. He had heard horror stories about being incarcerated and never wanted to jeopardize his freedom. So Jake's dad worked at the state prison for several years, but got into some legal trouble and spent 6 months in jail. Jake, a high school senior at the time, was devastated that his dad missed out on his major milestone, his senior football season and high school graduation. The two of them have spent years trying to repair their relationship, and although they are close today, a lot has gone unsaid. Now, our father himself, Jake, wants to go undercover to understand what his dad experienced while locked up. Jake hopes his experience will finally bring closure to the painful times in his lives. The 60 Days super fan is confident that he will navigate jail seamlessly. His only fear about going undercover is being courted by a gang. Bitch, don't nobody want your ass in no gang. But anyway, Jake is engaged, has 2 children, and his free time he manages professional boxers. I know they probably looked at him when he broke his Irish back and was like, man, you embarrassed the dog dude out of us. Because I'm going to tell y'all, Jacob tapped out. Jacob tapped out not 60 days in, but 90 minutes in. As soon as he saw all them black people up in that jail, he was like, the hell, I'm getting up out of here. Okay, so hold on, y'all. I'm back. Y'all going ham in the comment section? Are y'all going ham in the comment section? Those of you all who have already watched this, are y'all going ham? Jacob said at the beginning that he would only tap out if he felt like his life was in danger. And this bitch goes in there for 90 minutes and he think his life is in danger because he got all these black people and he's standing out like a sore thumb. What did you think? What did you think? He wasn't ready for this. He talking big. They be talking big about what they gonna do, how they gonna do it, why they gonna do it. And then you walk up out of that camp. The next person I want to talk about is Miss Charlotte. Charlotte, aka CoCo. CoCo was a hardworking mom whose life got flipped upside down after serving 1 year in prison. Still working to rebuild herself since getting released nearly 7 years ago, CoCo is outspoken, talk big about the injustices women experience behind bars and the obstacles individuals face even after they've served their time. CoCo was a military brat and was raised by her strict Army veteran father who served in Desert Storm. CoCo wasn't allowed to wear makeup or girly clothes, so she acted out as a result in high school. CoCo, who is biracial, was picked on by her classmates for not being black enough. She learned to be outspoken and stand up for herself. So CoCo became a mom at 18 and worked 2 jobs to support her children and purchased her first home. But in the blink of an eye, CoCo lost everything she had worked hard for while she was working at a smoke shop. Yeah, they busted that bitch. She was charged with drug trafficking and sentenced to 1 year and 1 day in federal prison. CoCo had never been away from her 3 young children and had to quickly learn how to parent from behind bars. She was horrified by the lack of feminine hygiene in prison, the corrupt staff who favored certain individuals, and the limited reentry support. CoCo also felt as though many of the women behind bars were wrongfully convicted, herself included. If you up in a trap house CoCo, if you in the trap house, you wasn't, girl, you wasn't. Come on, stop, CoCo. CoCo, Charlotte, don't do it. Charlotte, we ain't got it to do. We just ain't got it to do. She is ready to start a new chapter in her life. She is happily engaged and has two more children. She is also a proud grandma. CoCo is still making up for lost time with her oldest kids, whose lives she missed out on when she was incarcerated. She is turning her passion into purpose as a participant of 60 Days In. She hopes to expose mistreatment of incarcerated people and end stigmas about convicted felons. CoCo is excited to be starting a new job after years of incarceration related discrimination. She hopes to one day write a book or be a talk show host. Go ahead on and put that on the pause. Go ahead on and put that on the pause, CoCo. Put that on the pause, CoCo. Because we ain't got it to do. Some of these people disappointed to do. We ain't through, but the next person I want to talk about is Stephen. Stephen was raised in the crime-ridden streets of San Bernardino, California. Some of Steve's family members were well-known drug dealers, their house being raided by the police. After Stevie's father passed away, he was taken in by his aunt and his uncle, who were probation officers. They helped him to stay out of trouble and get into college on a football scholarship. But after graduation, Stevie worked as a corrections officer at a state prison and at a federal halfway house. Stevie thrived in the environment because he could relate to the guys behind bars. He never belittled them and respected them. Today, Stevie owns a successful private security company serving celebrity clientele and is happily married father of two. As a security pro, Stevie wants to assess operations and safety of Pitt County Jail. He believes wide-eyed COs are the biggest security risk to a facility because they can be easily manipulated. Stevie plans to abide by the street code, and with his hustling mentality and his sleeves tattoos, the former CO is confident that he can integrate seamlessly in order to fulfill his mission of making the jail safe. But the thing about Stevie is Stevie said that he got fired at being a CO because they didn't like his swag. And I was like, no, it ain't got nothing to do with your swag, Stevie. Don't nobody get fired for swag. So it's something else that's going on with him why he got fired from the jail that he was in. I don't know because I don't know Stevie like that. Like I said, okay, I ain't did no real true backup research on none of these mofos, and I would love to interview them. I would love to interview the sheriff. I saw that she's done a couple of interviews on YouTube, so I see she's open to it, and we're gonna have her behind in the memberships, hopefully, because I'm gonna reach out to her. I want to talk to him a damn self. So So who's the next person? I got one more person, I think, y'all, right? Sara. See if I can find Sara's bio. Sara, aka Sara, from drug addiction to PTA soccer mom, Sara had a spiritual awakening that jump-started her recovery journey. Now she's on a mission to advocate for individuals in active addiction who have been failed by the criminal justice system and inspire them to stay sober and recreate their life. Sara had a challenging upbringing. Her parents divorced when she was young, and she was forced to grow up quickly and care for her younger siblings. Through it all, she maintained good grades in school, but would experiment with drugs on the weekend. By the age of 14, Sara was pregnant, and she was a full-blown addict, okay? After a family friend introduced her to meth. Over the next 10 years, Sara experienced abuse, homelessness, drug raids, and numerous arrests, all up under the care of her father. Because she said when she came home and she told her mother that she was pregnant at 14 years old, her mother told her to get the fuck out. So she ended up going to move with her father. But Sara said that her father was a drug dealer. So, of course, she being around all these men and stuff like that, you can imagine what happened to her. So she lost her children and lost her child and everything. And she was doing some drugs and stuff like that. Right? So after a decade of active addiction, Sara got clean. Today, she's celebrating 8 years of sobriety. She has her own clothing line and shares her story on social media to promote recovery, body positivity, and motherhood. Sara is passionate about entrepreneurship and coaches people on how to run an online business. She works for a beauty and wellness brand and is happily engaged with a family of 6 children. She is volunteering for 60 days in to show other women that jail can be a turning point in their lives, and she hopes to inspire others by sharing her own redemption story. So right now you've gotten all the people, all a host of characters, okay, and now we're about to get into the episode. So the episode starts off with them giving, like I said, a brief rundown of what's happening with the show and everything. And so while they, talking about, the show and all that kind of stuff, they bring these people into orientation. During that orientation, they begin to talk to them about the program, what their expectation is for the program, and all of that. I'm sure that they had to sign non-disclosure agreements and liability clauses, bitch. If something happened to you in this month, okay, there. Now, they had what they call a distress signal, right? There's a distress signal. If you in there and you feel like you need to get the fuck up out of there, the distress signal is it changes every season. This season, the distress signal is look up at the cameras and say, it's cold. It is cold in here. When they see you rub your hands together and you say you cold, they got 15 minutes to get your ass out of whatever situation you done found yourself in. 15 minutes, bitch. They gonna come and get you when you rub your hands together like this. It's cold. So they bring them out there. They ask them, what the thing is. So when they get out there, they get to talking and everything. It's Brittney, Steve, Jamil, and what's the other guy name? I cannot think of his name, but I got his picture. I just didn't do him because he didn't show up yet. Where's he at? Where's he at? His name is Curtis Clydell. No, he hasn't come up yet, so we'll get to him when his episode. I think he shows up episode 3. Right now we're doing episode 1. Okay, keep up with me, y'all. Okay, keep up. So that's how you get the body there. Now they talking big stuff about why they want to go in there and all this kind of stuff. So that while they sitting in this orientation, they said, Jamil, get the fuck up. Because I know you thought you were just coming to orientation today, but bitch, you going into jail. So Jamil was like, wait a minute, what? I thought I was just going to orientation. Who the hell said I was ready to go up in the jail? He was like, who told you that I was ready to go into jail? And they was like, okay, it's just your day. We just got this feeling that everything ain't going to be all right. And that if we don't get they ain't say this, I'm saying this, okay? For those of you all who don't know, I lead with humor, okay? When I got to get serious, I get serious. But we do everything with a comedic flair over here. Even though a lot of it is educational and stuff like that, we lead with a comedic flair. And then there are people that are down here in the comment section who's been with me for a long time. All those people who are in green are members of Auntie's Advice. And all of the other people are my nieces and my nephews. Welcome to Auntie's Advice. So anyway, so they was like, Jamil, you going in. We ain't waiting. So they take you to, the little spot. They ask you to give them a distress signal. You give them a distress signal and all that kind of stuff. They handcuff your ass. And the sheriff says, stay safe and stay focused, bitch. That's all, Paula. That's all she got for your ass. Stay safe and stay focused, mother. Because she wants to find out what's going on in the jail. And and as a woman sheriff, she got to prove. So, Jamil goes up in there and everything, they go through the little search. They talk about this, when you come in and you do processing. I can't remember what they call it, but I'll use it, the legal term. So they, they do it, they process you through. And, give you a mug shot, fingerprint you. Then you got to go into this little room, right, and get changed about your clothes. And at that time, they make, bow down, twerk, and cough. You got to drop it down there. You got to cough up in that, okay? Because they want to make sure that you ain't got nothing up in your cabin. Yes, intake. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin gonna end up probably being my co-host on this, okay? Downtown in the comment section, because he don't click no links. So they take you through the intake, and then they got this little body scanning machine. You get up on the joint, you gotta keep your head down like this. Now, all of this is done during the vid, right? This was being done and filmed during the vid. So when you go into the prison system at this time, because of the vid, you got to do a 5-day quarantine period. That means you in isolation. You're in these little small ass rooms for 23 hours a day, 1 hour out, bitch. I volunteer who? Volunteer for what? Volunteer to go up in this and do what? So they go through the little thing and all of that kind of stuff, and Jamil goes through, and Jamil he one of them bougie. He bougie down to the socks in his mind, because nothing else about Jamil is bougie, but in his mind he bougie than him. Okay, he a picky bitch. So they take him and put you get your little cot, you get your mattress, your little orange slippers, you get your socks, your orange jumpsuit, some drawers that might be used. Most of the time it's used, in a blanket, bitch, and that's it. And you go up in that. Oh, God, I can't. I can't even imagine. But you take your ass in them. They are. Okay, Key So you walk yourself up in there and everything. And they like, new meat, new meat, new meat. What's up, more new meat? We got you, dude. They just yelling because the jail is like in a square. And I don't know why they create jails like that. I was like, there's got to be a different way that you can create a jail. But bitch, I don't know. I ain't got it to do. So that, he goes into there and everything. And he's in jail. Never been in jail a day in his life. But Jamil done walked his ass up in there. And I said, more power to you, bitch. Because I ain't got it to do. I would not do it for all the tea. The next person that goes in immediately is Charlotte. Charlotte leaving her kids, she leaving her family and all of that kind of stuff. And she going in, she like, I did time before, bitch. I'm going to do this time basically standing up on my head. I'm going in for the women. If I see some that ain't right, I'm going to tell. I'm rat-a-tat-tat, and I don't care if snitches get stitches or what, bitch. I'm going up in here, and I'm going to do what I do, and I'm going to make it do what it do. Charlotte was like, okay, I got this and all that kind of stuff, right? So Charlotte goes into her room. She goes through the intake process and all that kind of stuff. And Charlotte is like, I'm snitching on everything. There's not one thing that I'm not going to snitch about. And they ain't going to treat these people humanely. So she goes up in there and everything. And she's up in a little room. Again, she's on the women's prison side of it. 23 hours in, 1 hour out of the hole. So when Charlotte goes up in there and everything, she meets her roommate. They bring her roommate in there, and her roommate is a fentanyl addict. Now, mind you, when they lock these motherfuckers up, they're not taking them to detox. They detoxing in the cell with your ass. Here they bring King in there. Her name is Candace, but they call her King. And she has been in and out of the prison system 60 times. 60. And she in there with Charlotte. She came up in there hot out her mind. And I mean, when I say high, I have never seen no like that, and I don't ever want to see no like that. Because this right here is crazy. Not only do they have two people in there, they bring a little another girl in there, little white girl. Little young white girl. She coming up in there through the yard with all her personal belongings on her ass. Her little mattress, because you carry your mattress around, bitch. You carry that box with you in that orange jumpsuit and them orange slippers everywhere you go. So here she coming in and everybody looking through the door. Because when somebody come in, they call it new meat. Bitch. So she walking through there. She look like she crying. Don't cry, little baby. They just, they all through the windows, through the doors. They everywhere, and they just screaming at the little young girl. She crying, and then she gets in there. So they was like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" Because when you go in there, they want to know what your story is, why you in here. So you got to have a reason as to why you in here, right? Because the prisoners know that there have been 60-day in episodes, and they know, when they see cameras and stuff like that. So they got they got to come in with a story as to why they are incarcerated. They got to come in with a story, bitch. Charlotte. What was Charlotte's story? I can't remember. I may have wrote it down somewhere. Anyway, so stay in there. Y'all, let me tell you, if you want silence and peace, don't ever take your ass to jail. It's never silent in there. It's loud. Bitches is banging on walls. They banging on doors. They're hollering and screaming. They cussing each other out. Like this goes on all night long. It ain't never on shutdown, bitch. Never. I said, I ain't got it to do. So the little young girl goes in Charlotte's thing with her and King. King laying down on the ground. She ain't even on the cot. She on the ground because she detoxing. She in there rolling back and forth, trying to talk about she want her pills. She moaning and groaning and screaming and talking all out of her head. She high-ish, and she now got to do a detox straight, no chaser, nothing. Nothing to help her come down on this. And Charlotte got to be in this damn thing with her for 5 days, bitch. 1 day out. The little girl coming in, she crying. So Charlotte was like, "What the hell's wrong with you? What's going on with you?" She was like, I was on TikTok. She was like, "Do I tell you? Am I supposed to tell you? I don't know what to do." So Charlotte was like, "Yeah, tell us your story. Why you here?" She said, "Well, I'm a TikToker. And I was on TikTok, and I told the people on TikTok that I was gonna have my boyfriend to go and shoot up my school. And they locked her ass. Someone she thought it was a joke. She was trying to be funny. Bitch, you can't be saying nothing as many school shootings as there are. You got your dumb ass on TikTok making a joke like that. That was insensitive of the little dumb young girl. And she's sitting up there now all balled up looking stupid and crying in here with all of these prisoners who done killed mothers and all kinds of stuff. And you in here because you done made a terroristic threat on TikTok trying to play a damn stupid ass game. They should have let her go in a room and they should have let somebody whoop her ass. I think that they should have certain sections. The only reason why you can't do it is because you innocent until proven guilty. But somebody should have been in there whooping her ass. They should have like a mommy's room and let you come in with the mommies and they be like, "Okay, what you do? What did you do? Let them take care of her. So now we got Jacob. Jacob is coming in on the other side of the jail. Now, mind you, when Charlotte is in there with this girl detoxing on fentanyl for some reason, on fentanyl, I don't know what it is, y'all. But on fentanyl, it makes you have excessive and chronic diarrhea and urination. Like you dumping all the out you. Like everything that you've ever eaten since you was 2 years old, bitch, is coming out of you on fentanyl. Why would people want to be on a drug, addicted to a drug that make you all day? Like I don't have no understanding. I want a drug for that's gonna just have me just, bitch. I can't. Next on the other side, we got Jacob. Jacob is coming in. Jacob's scared is okay. He's shaking and everything. He can't even go through intake good. He don't want to bend down and get his butt checked or nothing. He don't want to do nothing. He just up in there paranoid. Then I'm. So they get him through intake and everything, and he realized he in there with a whole bunch of black men, and he said he don't fit in. What I realize about this show, or what I am observing, or think that I am observing, is that they did not do enough to cover them. They should have gave them a legitimate story. Usually when you come into jail, right, you're supposed to have your papers. They did not have papers. So, of course, when you come in jail, they want to see who coming in and what you coming in for, because they're going to rank you based on what you did. Like on another episode, another season of I think it was season 6, when the girl came in and her husband, which allegedly had did something to their kid. They wanted to fuck her up on day one, and one of the ladies that was in the program saved her from getting fucked up, and she was like, y'all not gonna fuck her up, because soon as they found out that her and her husband had did something to their child, I don't know if they killed the child or what, we're gonna have to go back to that. But honey, let me tell you, them women in that prison, they want to fuck her up on sight. And the only thing that saved them was a lady that was in that program. She backed them off of them and told them she is innocent until she is proven guilty. They wanted to beat the dog. They want, y'all. So Jacob coming in, he's scared off the brickety break. He going to the room, and they looking at it. The dudes is walking around because they know it's a show. They don't know if this is a show, but they've been looking at the cameras. And they was like, oh, he in the pod with the camera, with the microphone. So he paranoid, he looking out the door and everything. This taps out. 90 minutes in, he taps out. He up in there, it's cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold in here. They calm down and they talk to the camera crew, act like they interviewing him. They take him out. He said, I gotta go. They was like, why? He was like, because, I don't fit in. They been looking at me. You think these motherfuckers stupid? They ain't stupid. They know I'm in the program. Or they suspect he in the program. They was like, bitch, it's okay. You sure you want to tap? Yeah, I want to tap out. You wasted everybody's time with this bullshit. You knew you was a punk mother when you signed up for it. You know you ain't never lived nothing probably heavier than a leaf. Allegedly. And now you gonna sit your up here and the program? The whole fucking program. I was pissed. I was some kind of pissed, y'all. I ain't even lying. Because I was like, you knew you didn't have the stomach for this from the beginning. And then when he saw all of them black men, he said, oh, hell no. But it could have been other white men, and there was other white men in there. So he taps out. They said, well, we got to take you back. No, I don't want to go back. I ain't going back. They said, well, you got to go back, mother. We're going to take you back. You got to get your name called and everything else. Or you really going to fuck up the program. We need you to go back. He was like, okay, I think I could do it. Bitch, they got him out of there quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because he was so damn scared. He didn't even experience nothing. He knew he didn't want to do this from the time he got his ass handcuffed. Wasting everybody's month and time. Next, we go back to Charlotte. So Charlotte is, Charlotte. Where's my Charlotte? Okay, so Charlotte is in the thing and everything. You know, she got a little two people in there with her, King and a little TikToker, because they didn't say what her name is. They bleeped her name out, and it may have been because she was a minor with her dumbass. So anyway, she comes in, and so Charlotte, you know, they coming around and they giving out the food and everything. And Charlotte is like, oh my God, look at these sandwiches. Y'all, the sandwiches look like the bread looks soggy on it. We was trying to figure out in the membership, is it cheese? Is it peanut butter, bitch? Somebody said they hope it was chicken salad, but the sandwiches look like somebody just took it and put the slice of bread together, put some I'm talking about took their hand, dug their hand down in the mayonnaise jar like this, bitch, like they did like this. They cupped that, smacked it down on the bread, right? Took the whatever was supposed to be in between it, because the meat about this. Hold on. The meat about this thick. Okay, it's about thick as a Post-its note. They take that Post-its, that right there. Then they take their hand, go back in the mayonnaise again, and smack that and give it to you like this. And this your sandwich, bitch. Well, they brought them the sandwiches, and she was like, what is this? The COs around there and the kitchen staff and all of that, they nasty-ish. You talk about treating people inhumanely, they do. From the first observation, they do. I don't know if they're going to get that together, but them are some mean, nasty women, because the other lady, King, was laying on the bed. She was all cracked out, fentanyl out. So Charlotte was going to get her food. So when she wake up, you know, Charlotte can go ahead on and give her, you know, her food and everything. And the fat bitch CO or kitchen staff bitch didn't want to give it to her. And then left, and then did not feed nothing to the girl that's sitting in the room next door. What's her damn name? Because I wrote her name down too. What's her damn name? The girl next door was in the room next door, and they would not give her any food. She was speaking in Spanish, and she was like, I don't understand Spanish all the way, but I know that she said she hungry. And the black girl was like, did you give her, Charlotte was like, did you give her a sandwich? She was like, don't worry about whether I gave her a sandwich or not. It ain't your job. This is my damn job. So Charlotte was like, you know, the girl's fucking hungry. Don't you hear her screaming, say she hungry? Then King woke up, and King was like, what the hell is going on? Where's my food? You know, she in and out. I don't know if she on Pluto, bitch, or Mars. But King in and out because she coming down off this fentanyl high. So the girl Charlotte was like, you ain't give me her food. She was like, yes I did. I said, what this fat bitch gonna do? Eat the food? When you give them anything to drink or nothing? The toilet is attached. I'm gonna have to take a picture of it. The toilet is attached to the sink. The sink is attached to the toilet. Here we done had King blowing out her whole life out the back of her ass. And they won't even bring them anything to wash their hands. Y'all, I'm talking about the nastiest, hideous conditions. They even was saying that the underwears was old on their asses. Yeah, you committed a crime, but you still have to treat people like they human beings. And I know it's hard because there's so much bullshit in the jail. And y'all know I don't use that on my channel, but I'm sorry it had to come out. And I know you probably get numb to the stuff because, maybe you trusted an inmate or something like that. And, and they just hoodwink you and bamboozled you and you feel stupid and you said, I ain't gonna never let nobody take me for bad like that. But they treat these people so inhumanely, y'all. It's unfucking believable. And Paul and Sheriff Dance that took this over. So Jamil is in there. He gets a roommate in there by the name of Joseph. Joseph is on fentanyl too. Joseph come in there and he blowing his ass soon as he see what? Why does it make you dump like that? Joseph said that his wife died. They got a child. The wife died from fentanyl complications. He fighting for his child. But he done been in and out the goddamn jail. This is his home too. Charlotte has said at King, she said this is King's home. King been in and out of the system 60 times. Joseph, I don't know how many times Joseph been in and out. So this is really where they live. This their whole life. Is in this prison system because of drug abuse. Even when Charlotte was talking to King, King was like, if I had some fentanyl right now, I would take it. She was rolling around on the floor, moaning and hollering and screaming. And she was like, give me my pills. They don't want to be clean for the most part. Because their lives been so fucked up, y'all, that they don't even know what it is to live a regular life. Let me speed it up because I don't want to have y'all out here all night. Joseph is in there because he violated his parole. Joseph is the one that been in there over 60 times. So Joseph been in there. He blowing up the toilet. Blowing it up. Throwing up. It's coming out the front, the back, and the bitch. It's coming out of everything. They won't bring them no water. So Jamil is like, look, this is an E. coli. He pushing a button. There's a button that you push when you need to talk to the staff or an emergency. He pushing a button like a month. They just keep telling him they gonna bring water. They gonna bring water. They ain't bring him nothing. But then he kept pushing. He pushed the bill one last time. And they was like, bitch, if you push that bill one more time, Jamil, one more time, we're going to take your 1 hour away from you and you're going to be on total lockdown for 24 hours. Jamil said, what you're not going to do is threaten me or intimidate me. If you treat me inhumanely, I am going to absolutely go to the top. Y'all, how in the world are you going to eat and in the same place and wash your hands? I don't blame Jamil. He was like, this is E. coli. He said, if I drink out of that, I don't know who constructed that toilet, but he said, if I drink out of that, it's no way in the world ain't no shit on it. Because Joseph been up in and out all day long. Jacob's story when he came in there, y'all, was that he had threatened a cop. He was gone. At 10:40 p.m. that night, the women was yelling and screaming all up in and out of the dorms. They was screaming, they was yelling, all kinds of was going on. And I mean, when I say all kinds of was going on, I'm talking about people having seizures, all kinds of stuff. So Charlotte said, it's cold. It's cold. Charlotte said, bitch, I am freezing. She was like, bitch, do y'all see me? I said, Charlotte about to lose it up in this month. She about to lose it. One of the girls was down in the thing, and she was like, the lady just fell and bumped her head. The lady in the cell next door to Charlotte's was in there having a straight seizure. That's the fastest and the only time I saw them moving there. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is going to get deep. So y'all get ready, get buckled up. So the girl goes, so Charlotte said, it's getting cold. They came and got Charlotte. Charlotte was like, I can't do this. This is inhumane in here. I ain't never seen nothing like this. I mean, you can't get no sleep in this. Y'all got people detoxing in here. It's nasty. You can't get no water. The food ain't shit. They don't care. Those COs in that particular jail, from what I have observed, and y'all let me know downtown in the comment section, they don't give a fuck. They come in there, in my opinion, and do the minimum. The bare minimum. Sheriff Dance got a problem on her hand, her and Liam, because it's fucked up in there. And they was like, Charlotte, do you really want to go out like this? Charlotte was like, no, I don't. I came in here to do a mission, and I'm going to go ahead and stay. They was like, all right, Charlotte, cool. Y'all, this show is off the hook. I will be uploading the StreamYard for part 2, part 3, and part 4. Tonight, I'm committed to work on getting all of the uploads together for Bachelorette season 20. But if you are not watching this show and you want to get on this with us, you got 3 episodes to catch up with us on. The episodes is going to zip by y'all because this show is like that. It is like that. This ain't no fake ass love after lockup TLC We TV bullshit. This is A&E. And it is worth the watch. So, y'all come on and get in where you fit in with me. Let's do the damn thing. And let's meet here on Fridays. But tomorrow I'm going to catch up. Now, it's 10:52 over here on the East Coast. Episode 2, I'm ready to do. I've got all my notes down, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. Let me let enough people get an opportunity to come in on this. So I will be uploading the thumbnail and everything for 60 Days in Ready, Set, Nope. Season 8, Episode 2. And we're going to get that done tomorrow. Okay? I love y'all to pieces. Thank you so much to all of the members from Auntie's Advice. Dana says she's about to finish catching up. That's right, catch up. Y'all catch up. It is being advertised Mastermind T on A&E. Where is Kevin? Kevin said, baby, this is A&E and they not playing. Kevin, can you please drop down in the comment section Okay, so Dana just dropped down. Y'all drop down and let them know. Dana said it's on PHILO, and I don't know what that is. Maybe that's an app or something. Dana. I know Dana, Simone, and Kevin know. So this is Simone giving you where it is. Okay, Simone. Okay, Simone says it's Kia. Okay. Kyra said it's on Hulu. Kevin said it's on your cables on demand. Dana said yes. Kevin said season 8. We are on season 8, y'all. Season 8. Yes. We will also be doing, starting August 4th or 7th, Women on Death Row. Okay? We're going to be doing that too. Okay, Sugar 48 said it's on Direct TV channel 2. Sean is saying he doesn't have cable. I don't know what to tell you. Kevin, what if you want season 8, you got to get cables. Okay. Okay. So Sean, you just going to have to come here and I'm going to have to do my best to describe everything to you. I'm on a hype, okay? I'm on a hype. So see, Becky, go back and look at the chats, pull it up. Everybody, I put on this video. I dropped it down here, okay? Okay, I dropped it down here. So we will be doing Women on Death Row. And I think that that's coming on A&E August 4th, August 7th. So we got a big repertoire. I mean, a big library of reviews that we're going to be doing. We still will be doing the other ones, okay? We still will be doing the other ones that's in the rotation till we just ain't doing it no more, okay? Yeah, you have to just catch it here, boo. You have to catch it here, Sean. I'm sorry, boo. So anyway, y'all, that is the end of my review of 60 Days In, Season 8, Episode 1. Welcome to Pitt County Jail, bitch. Love y'all to pieces. Y'all have a great night. And until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in the water. Bye, y'all.